Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. We're back with another collection of epic battles video. Now they've actually released some more. They've released part 2, stages 2, which is Nightmares of Planet Namek, which is essentially you take on the extreme the extreme enemies. You got to face, as it says here, Freezer full power, Captain Ginyu, Ginyu Force will appear in stage 2, and they can greatly reduce the damage dealt by extreme type characters. But pretty much part 2 is the opposite. It's the reverse of part 1, which is extreme characters this time will have the damage reduction and you face the villains in the Planet Namek saga. The missions are pretty much also the opposite, so whatever essentially categories came with Frieza, it's now Goku. So you have Legendary Existence, Super Saiyan, and also you have Planet Namek saga as well, which with the video I put up earlier I would probably wait because there's not that many good super type units on Planet Namek Saga. I mean, you can take the extreme ones, but just remember you have massive damage reduction. But yeah, we're gonna do Legendary Existence because it is Goku's category. Of course, we don't usually start off with this bit, but I kind of wanted to just go over the new things for part 2 for Nightmares of Planet Namek. It's not extreme. I want extreme, super. How many dupes can we get? A fully rainbowed Goku. This should be easy. This should be very easy. And let's go to Legendary Existence on here and build the team. You don't really see the building process of a team when doing these types of videos. Have I gone past it? I've probably gone past it, haven't I? Yeah, it's there. By the way, I've actually tweaked my audio again, so apologies if it sounds worse. But I think overall I'm just quieter because my mic's just ultra sensitive. And I hate picking up any form of background noise, even though I've made changes and got filters on for that. But sometimes it's so sensitive that when someone's super loud outside, it's just, it can still be picked up. So if it sounds worse or it sounds better, do let me know down in the comments and I'll tweak it again. But yeah, I'm a slight perfectionist, let's just put it that way. So of course we've got Goku. We're going to take it super just to make this a bit easier. We're also going to take Bardock. Bardock should do well here, especially if he's facing Frieza. I'm pretty sure it's Terrifying Conquerors he gets the boost on. Wicked Bloodline, so yeah, but he should be fine here. We'll take UI Goku with this UI Goku. 2 more slots. There's not that many units to take, really. He'll be getting an Easy 8 very soon as well, which is nice. I don't know who to take as the final units. I could just take LRUI Goku and LR Good Goku, to be fair. You know, I might take Tapir. Just to see how much damage Frieza's doing at the end, because he has the damage reduction. And then we'll take LRUI Goku just to have some dodges in there, so We're gonna have the other Goku. Actually, no, it won't actually be mine, because we're gonna be having that Rainbow Goku on rotation. But I'll probably have my Goku as a floater, just because I want that UI Goku on rotation together. Like that combination is just such a nice combination to run. We are starting off with a pretty bad rotation, to be fair, but it's okay. It's okay. Got to put our rotations together. But yeah, as I said earlier, I did put up a video about part 2, which is essentially, if you didn't see it, go check it out, but it's a very short video, so I'll summarize it. On Dokkan, it looked like they accidentally used the wrong artwork for right now to basically say, oh, there's a top legendary summon banner coming in part 2, because a couple of hours later when I noticed, and I went on Dokkan and looked at some of the events that were coming, they actually changed the artwork to it just saying top legendary summon. The only difference is the top legendary summon thing was just a bit bigger, and they got rid of the units that were on there. They got rid of Vegeta being on there and Gohan and Krillin being on there. So what I'm guessing is they had a little bit of an accident and they wasn't meant to put the units on there. I thought it was a little bit weird at first anyway, because Dokkan doesn't typically have the the units on there immediately. Like, they will be on there, but not now. Not because the banner didn't have a date on when the top legendary summon banner is meant to be dropping. It just says coming soon. And usually they don't have the characters on there that are going to be on the banner this early, which I thought was quite weird, but I kind of just went along with it. And then I noticed they changed it when I went back on the game. So I thought, yeah, you've definitely had a mistake here. So I kind of just, I thought I had to talk about it as well. So yeah, it does look like we are getting an LR Vegeta and LR Gohan and Krillin in part 2, which, as a Vegeta fanboy and wanting a Vegeta unit as the LR, I'm quite happy about that. And for them to do a top legendary summon banner, that's quite cool. I don't think off the top of my head they've done a top legendary summon banner before. They might have, and my memory's just being terrible, but I don't think they usually do top banners for worldwide celebration. But again, I could easily be wrong. You know, my memory's okay. It's not the greatest. It's okay. There are things that I definitely do forget, but it's not the greatest. But yeah, I could easily be wrong. If I am wrong, do let me know. But still, either way, I don't think they were meant to be showing the units that early when they did. But yeah, let me know what you think about them coming as part 2 in LRs. I'm just happy there's a Jeets, because there's so many super attacks they can use. There's so many animations they can go off in Planet Namek, so I'll go that Vegeta does, which are just dope. Now, as I said before, and as I said in the video, I really want Vegeta to be doing a full-blown 2021 Dokkan battle animation standard of Dirty Fireworks. That would just make my day. It would just make my day. Because that is one of the coolest things he's ever done. It just is. Simple as that. We'll finish you off with the active, why not? Not often we get to see this. I'll happily finish you off with the angry Kamehameha. You moron! Yeah! I'm not gonna lie, what is definitely worth a watch, I don't know if you guys have ever been on it, the Dokkan meme channel, there's a video of the truth's voice edited over it instead of Goku talking, so it's meant to be like the truth doing the super attack. I'm not gonna lie, it's highly entertaining. It's a good watch. It's definitely funny. It's definitely funny. It was funny to me anyway, but it's definitely worth a watch. I'll definitely say go over to the Dokkan meme channel and go give that a watch, because it's funny. It's definitely funny. But yeah, so far so good. I mean, typically when we do these, just pretty much as long as you're taking the opposite to what the damage reduction is, and you don't have like a unit that has quite poor defense when you get to the end, and also probably type advantage, or sorry, type disadvantage, you should be good going through this. Like, you should be good. Obviously, I don't know what Frieza's type is as of yet, because we haven't got to the end. But as long as like the defense isn't like terrible, should be good. As I said before, with the super attacks on this, yes, that done quite a bit of damage because UI Goku had type disadvantage. Teams in Dokkans nowadays have so much health that yes, 200k on a super attack is a lot, but if that was a type neutral unit, you're looking at probably just over 100k or 100k flat. That would do quite a bit of damage on a super, but because we have like 500k health, or sorry, just over I think 500k health, in the grand scheme of things, you will never probably be one shot by this event. You just have to be careful of where your health's at and who's getting super attack, like I said before. But other than that, you should be completely fine. You just have to be careful, as I said, who's taking those super attacks, which you can't really predict, but you know, it's one of those things, and keep an eye on your health. And as long as you have the correct units, which in this case would be super type units, you should be able to do a lot of damage and just fly through. Like, for example, like when we were taking the teams with full power Frieza on them, like in full power and sworn enemies, when we get to the end on this one, on the Nightmares of Planet Namek, when we get to the end with LR SSJ Goku there, he's just going to be molly-whopping Frieza. Which, if you have him doing this category and Super Saiyans, and also Planet Namek, which, to be fair, again, I'll probably wait, especially if you're going to summon for, on the top banner, which, you know, for either Vegeta or Krillin and Gohan, which I suspect that's both super type units, unless Vegeta is going to be extreme, which technically would actually make sense, because at that point, yes, it did look like he was kind of like a good guy now, but you didn't actually know Because don't forget, he was still killing the Namekians trying to get the Dragon Balls. Like, I'm pretty sure he killed one of them. And he was still kind of the same. And he weren't really friends with them. But they had a common enemy, both in Frieza. So it weren't like that he was an actual good guy. So you never know, Vegeta actually might be an extreme unit. Which would actually, as I said, it would actually kind of make sense. Because as I said, you didn't actually know if he was a good guy then. They just had a common enemy in Frieza at the time. But yeah, Vegeta actually could be the extreme unit. And Krillin and Gohan could be the super unit. Or they could both be super units. But it definitely would make sense if Vegeta was the... if he was an extreme unit. And that's another thing. Let me know down below. Do you think Vegeta will be an extreme or a super type unit on there? Now that I think about it, I'm actually kind of leaning towards him being an extreme unit. As I said, he wasn't actually a good guy at that point. You actually didn't know. They just had a common enemy. Yeah, let me know what you think. But yeah, maybe you might want to wait, especially if you're going to summon on that banner to do the Planet Namek Saga mission. As I said, there's not that many good super type units on Planet Namek Saga in the first place. So you might want to wait to do that one. We'll give you these, doesn't really matter. We can't get your old super attack off anyway. In UI Goku's going to be doing more damage. He's got the 200% on attack now. He's also guaranteed to dodge, so maybe I should have put him up front, but we can build up some defense here. But yeah, do let me know what you think about that. As I said, I am definitely leaning towards more extreme. Apologies if you can hear banging in the background. Neighbors are still getting I think, was it a loft conversion? So there is that, and they are, as I said, they're neighbors, so they're next door. So yeah. But yeah, that's actually an interesting thing to think of. An interesting thing to think of. I didn't think about that beforehand until now. I really didn't. Take the Kamehameha to the face. Ush. Dodge. Never mind. Dodge. There we go. I was about to say, well, I've got another transformation off, but I forgot we were in. Pretty sure we're in the health kind of limits and conditions to get him to transform. Didn't need it, so I probably should have healed, but we didn't need to heal. But it is what it is. Kind of just go with it. I always find it funny how he transforms. Whenever you transform on this game into like a great, like what is it, a giant form unit, that's it, or like a rage mode, you don't take damage, like you don't lose any health. And I know it makes sense that technically he dodges while in the Hirudegon form. I just find it funny, you're not going to take any damage here anyway, but you still dodge, and you're guaranteed to dodge. Like, don't get me wrong, it makes sense to how a Hirudegon works. I always find it kind of funny, because I'm like, you're not going to take damage anyway, but you're dodging. I don't know. It always just seemed kind of silly to me. It doesn't need to dodge, because, you know, we're not going to take damage in the first place. But, you know, we move. It doesn't really matter, but I just always find it funny, as stupid as it sounds. It always seemed like I always sat there and thought, what a waste of a dodge. Like, you don't need to dodge. Now that's done. We're actually going to save it this time, because obviously it's going to be a longer drawn out. I wonder if it's going to have the same amount of what's the word I want to call it? Phases. That's the one. I wonder if it's going to have the same amount of phases as the Goku. Goku had, what is it? Base, Kaioken, Spirit Bomb, Super Saiyan, then technically the LRSSJ. Maybe Frieza's going to go through all of his forms, which is kind of similar to what I wanted. Okay, he's gone second form. He's definitely going through all of his forms. So we're going to have first form, second form, third form, final form, and then full power, I imagine. Or we're going to have all of them, but full power with tail, and then full power without tail. I don't know. I feel like that's a bit extra. But now Bardock's going to shine. When he gets an easy A, which is probably way later down the line, but he definitely will get an easy A, he's going to be a monstrous unit. I mean, he's still pretty good anyway, but he's okay, but you have to be facing a Wicked Bloodline enemy for him to really go for it. Which I get, but he's not like Goku level of good, and then extra good when he faces a Frieza type unit. Bardock he's okay, and he's great when he faces a Wicked Bloodline type unit. So if he ever gets an easy A, him and Goku, I mean, him and Goku on a Frieza, you know, a legendary, you know, Frieza event, would be ridiculous anyway, because they would just be it would just be mollywops left, right, and center, you know. But when his EZA comes, eventually, whenever that will be, just somewhere in the distant future, them two would just eat Frieza up in an event like that. Like, they would just absolutely munch. You're not safe. Boom, big 1.8 million crit. Another additional. Boom. Wake up and face reality. Me. That's pathetic. Oh, pathetic that was. I wonder how much we'll take it. I'm quite curious. How much will we take it? 125k? Not bad, to be fair. We're only on his second form, but that's not bad. I said just mainly be careful with like how much. I say be careful. It's mainly just pay attention. Pay attention to where your health is. Because the wrong person getting super attacked could easily mean run over. Run is over, not run over. Like, you're not going to get run over by a car. You know, you lose the event, boom, just like a, you know, Ford Transit, just douche. You know, just, you know, depending on where your health's looking, you kind of want to be careful of who's getting super attacked. Like, if it's, I don't know, if it's Tapion, obviously, if I have, like, you know, the health I'm at now, I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. It really doesn't matter. You're gonna get attacked. If I know, we can give it to you anyway. Give you this, and then we're gonna get a Dokkan attack here, which I would have actually liked to have got with Goku, because he just would have done ridiculous damage. Because again, Frieza enemy, 59% extra on attack, and also critical hit because we're facing Frieza. But I mean, I don't want to mess up my UI Goku rotation. Still, LR UI Goku will still do quite a lot. Anyway, we've got all of the nodes. We're on form today. I love to see it, or you love to see it. We love to see it being on form. Just a shame we couldn't get with LRSSJ Goku, because then that Dokkan attack would have done ridiculous amounts of damage. The additional in there, which is this means this is guaranteed to crit him as well, which means extra damage. We might actually finish him off in this one turn. Maybe. If this Goku gets an additional or a crit, I do think we might one-shot him here. Well, not really one-shot him, but one-turn him. Okay, never mind. I don't think we will. Bring you down! Nah! Nah, just almost though. Almost though. 2 bars. 2 bars. And what you would have noticed there, even with Goku, is that he took 40k on a basic as a type neutral unit. Now that's not bad considering how many stages we're going to go through, and he's probably going to take a little bit on the super as well, but we have full health, so we're fine. But do you see what I mean? Even with decent-ish defense, what, 159% attack and defense flat, and then it's just pure attack boost, whereas Frieza would have took less damage even without building up his defense on ultra super attack like he does, because as I said before, Frieza's more suited to shorter events because he has that extra, what is it, 100% on attack and defense, the 6 turns on top of his flat passive of 100% on attack and defense as well. Whereas with Goku, what you would have noticed is a lot of the time we're not getting his ultra super attack off, which raises his attack, which means the very short amount of time we will be, but we are doing it at least, we're building up LRSSJ Goku's defense because we keep super attacking, we keep 12 keying rather than 18 keying, which is actually a pretty good thing. So if we're taking about 40k on basics with LRSSJ Goku, because he doesn't have that, you know, 6 turn extra 159% defense, attack and defense that in his case would be, whereas Frieza gets 6 turns of attack and defense plus 100%, we're building up his defense, which looks like will be quite useful at this point if we're taking 40k on basic with him. That's what I mean. The event isn't overly difficult, like Legendary Goku event, and I would say probably Extreme Super Battle Road. You do have to be somewhat careful. Can we get one off? Yeah, we can get one off of you. So we can actually build up both defense here, which is good. Does mean we're going to additional. Okay, on basic here, we're getting double digits, but that's because his defense has gone up a bit. Then the additional, which means more attack, which means more damage. Not that we need it, but still more damage. Oh. Wake up and face reality. Ah, it's going to do big damage, and plus you get an additional as well. Yeah, that type of is coming in clutch right there to finish that off. Couldn't get the Ultra Super attack off with my Goku at the end, which would have been nice, get his defense up a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. Not the end of the world that we didn't get it off, but still, would have been nice too. Wait a minute, did we face, am I being did we face third form? I know that sounds really stupid, but if we did, I just don't remember facing third form. I can't imagine we didn't face the third form, because then it just wouldn't make sense, but I don't know why. I've forgotten if we've actually faced it or not. Oh, he does have, so, oh, okay, so he does have a type of gimmick. He just like the Dokkan event, he locks units. Okay, I'm gonna pop a Whis to be safe, because that Goku has barely had a chance to dodge, which means he's barely built himself up. But if you do want to dodge, please do. Int UI Goku at the end will be fine, because he's been super attacking every time he's come around, which means his attack and defense has constantly gone up. 40k is on basic, there's a dodge there as well. Another one, yep, you've got an attack after this, don't forget, so hopefully you dodge that one as well. He does have some type of gimmick, which is he will lock your unit in place like the Dokkan event. That does add a little extra layer of difficulty. Because imagine you got to a point during this part of the event, in this phase, and you're like, damn, I've got no items left. Or let's just say it was me, damn, I've got no items left. LR UI Goku's up top, LR Strength UI Goku's up top. He's not dodging, unfortunately. What do? Oh, damn. We're getting super attacked. Bang, run would have probably been over. But that doesn't, okay, maybe this event is a little bit more difficult than I originally first thought. Especially with the missions. We have a Whis active here, so we should be good. He's been building up his attack and defense the whole time since we've got to like the freezer stage. Yeah, 50k with a Whis, yeah, we're cool. And he's dodging there. Would have been better if he dodged the super attack. But it's cool, there's a Whis active. I will say this now though, Frieza is fucking up my rotations heavy right now. He is fucking up my rotations big, which is kind of annoying me. You lock the Goku, which is fine, but why couldn't you just lock him? I wanted the Bardock on rotation with the Goku. That's the whole point. That's the whole reason why I brought the Goku, or sorry, brought the Bardock. You're gonna get hurt here though, so like lock my unit all you want. You're gonna get absolutely whopped. Take it. Boom. 4.3 million crit. Oh, wait. Additional. Guess what? You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Because he even boosted attack there as well. Yeah, lock my units all you want. But that locking the units thing could easily mess up a run on this. Easily. There's a little bit more difficulty on the Nightmares of Planet Namek. But that is the first one done in Planet of Namek. The Nightmares of Planet of Namek. We have done Legendary Existence. Which, to be fair, just like Sworn Enemies, and probably the same with Super Saiyans, and the same with Frieza with, I said Sworn Enemies, and what was the other one? I forgot the other team. There was another team, but I've forgotten it. But essentially, Super Saiyan, to be fair, even Planet Namek as well, as long as you have Goku with you, especially on Super Saiyan and Legendary Existence, because there's a bit more bulky units on there, whereas I said there's not that many Super type units with Planet Namek right now. Not that many good ones anyway. You should be good. For the most part, as long as you're not taking too much damage, especially on units you don't want to be taking big damage or can't handle it, because they don't have big defense, Goku should easily carry you through the last bit. I mean, you saw it there, just the amount of damage he does is ridiculous. And especially if you're not getting that many Ultra Super attacks off, he'll build up his defense as well. And if you're getting additional, and if you have dupes in like the rainbowed one, ridiculous. But yeah, it does make it a lot easier if you do have Frieza and Goku doing these right now. But yeah, I'm going to end this one here. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, let me know what you think about now the Nightmares of Planet Namek, the super version of Fierce Battles on Planet Namek, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace!